Oops, I always do that backwards. Video response time. This one's for Claire. Hey Claire, I'm here to give you my top 5. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Scores. I had a really good time watching your video and listening to what your favorite scores were. And it's funny because I didn't always love scores, and then I don't know, at some point something switched. So I was like, I really like scores. Might have been being able to get them at the library. That's always a good thing. So I thought I would play along and share my top 5. And number 5 is The Fountain by Clint Mansell. I love the score to The Fountain. I used to listen to it a lot when I was writing. Often when I don't write as much anymore, but when I write, I would listen to scores because there's no words, so you don't get all confused in the head. And whenever I had writer's block, I would listen to, I didn't actually think of it as writer's block, but anyway, when I had trouble writing, I would listen to The Fountain, and for some reason, it's the song The Tree of Life is my favorite on that one, but if I started it before The Tree of Life, whatever song that was, by the time I got to The Tree of Life, I hadn't gotten over the writer's block. Really weird, eh? Number 4, I would say Harry Potter. And it was hard to, in some ways, just all of them. But the first one, The Philosopher's Stone by John Williams, really good score. And it's actually really cool to look at all the different composers from all the different Harry Potter scores, because they're all great composers. And there's thematically they work well together. A lot of times when they switch up in a series, you can really, like, it feels like, whoa, what's going on? But the Harry Potter world has such a beautiful, magical feel to it, and the scores really work. And I can often tell them different, like if I just hear one song, I'm like, oh yeah, that's Azkaban. So, Harry Potter. Number 3, okay, I didn't know that you didn't like the series, so don't hate. Twilight. Yes, Carter Burwell's Twilight. It actually is, I think, the one that got me back into listening to scores, because there's one particular song, and I'm like, oh my god, that music is amazing, and I went and bought the soundtrack, and I was like, yep, nope, not on there. And I knew that. It wasn't when I had that moment of realization, but that the soundtrack and score are separate things. But I had to go buy the score, and that kicked me off, I think, actually, into listening to more scores. And it's great. And that's that series, the different composers. Carter Burwell will come back for the end, which was awesome. But the Twilight score is definitely, out of the 5, is my favorite. And number 2, Tron Legacy, Daft Punk. Yep. When I heard that they were doing the soundtrack, or the score, I was so excited. I totally geeked out. Totally took me back. The music, I love Daft Punk, always have. And I just, yeah. And in particular, number 12, End of Line. Love that song. And 19, The Arrival. And I know it, I don't guess I have it on my, I actually have it on my, I used to listen to it in the kitchen, so I'd have it on my CD player, so I know the track numbers. That feels old school. I don't feel like anyone knows what track numbers are, and we don't have sides anymore. There's no B-sides. There's no B-sides, and that's definitely how I would often know songs, it's like the third song on the second side, or the last song. Often the last song on the first side was always really good. So anyway, and actually I think Tron Legacy you actually could get on vinyl. I don't have a record player anymore. I never did. I know, we had one at home. Anyway, Tron Legacy is my number 2, and number 1 is actually, I don't think many people have heard of the score, maybe not even this film, but it's After the Wedding, and it's Johannes Soderquist. It's a Danish film, and it's absolutely beautiful. And I'm heartbroken because I've been listening to it recently, and accidentally somehow I deleted the first song. And I'm like, I love the first song. It's got a bit of a bit of a Bollywood feel. Not really. It's just more like an influence to it, and it's a gorgeous score, and I listen to it all the time. I have it on my iPod all the time if I'm reading. So again, reading, I like to listen to music, but if I have the words and the words, or if you have the words and the words, it doesn't work. So that's so you gotta have some scores kicking around, and I love that. So yeah, After the Wedding is my number 1. I do a couple honorable mentions. The Replacement Killers. That was actually the first time I realized a score and the soundtrack were different things when I was trying to find that one. And another great composer, Harry Gregson Williams, great composer. And my cheat, I was going to put Jesus Christ Superstar, but obviously it's not a score because it's a musical, but I do love the music in it. And if I had to answer a TV one, which you didn't ask, but I'm going to answer anyway, I would put Lost, just because it's so different and it's creepy. I actually have the scores and I can't listen to them. And if I listen on shuffle and one of the Lost songs comes up, I can't listen to it. It's too creepy. It freaks me out. I watched almost all of Lost in the middle of the night when I had insomnia, and I watched most of it on DVD, so it has this weird sort of energy around it that freaks me out. Anyway, that's my top 5. I hope you enjoyed that, and I definitely always enjoy watching your videos, and can't wait to see more. But no pressure, of course. There's lots of life going on, so gotta do that first. So, alright, take care. Bye.